Hello everyone, welcome to Wicked West Books. My name is Meg West and today I'm going to be going over the new releases in 2021 that I am most looking forward to. I picked out 7 books for this list, 2 of which I knew were going to come out this year and looked them up, and that's going to be the first 2 I talk about, and the rest I did a little bit of research and digging and found a few that sounded very interesting to me, or some that I was reminded of that are coming out this next year that I am looking forward to reading. So these are not in order of release date, which is what I've done before, but we're going to jump right in with number 1, which is Wild Sign by Patricia Briggs. Comes out on March 16th. This is going to be a new Alpha and Omega book, which is also in the Mercyverse and is one of my favorite series by one of my 2 auto-buy authors, where it doesn't matter what they write, I buy it. This will be the 6th book in the Alpha and Omega series and the 18th book chronologically in the Mercyverse, which is the 2 series put together. And in this book, Anna and Charles get pulled in by the government to investigate a city that suddenly has no people in it. And I don't know what the monster is, but it's dealt with werewolves before. And I did not know about that before doing the research for this video because, like I said, it doesn't matter what it's about, I want it. The next book on my list is The Queen's Weapons by Anne Bishop. Comes out on March 9th. This is going to be the 11th book in the Dark Jewels series, right after The Queen's Bargain, which I went and got signed last year. Again, one of my all-time favorite series, and there's another book coming out, and it is book 11, so, not much I can say about it, but it is going to focus a lot around Daemonar, and I absolutely am so looking forward to that because in the more recent books, Daemonar has kind of become one of my favorite characters. So the next one I want to talk about, I kind of knew was coming out this year and then forgot and got reminded when I went to do this research, and that book is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, which comes out on February 16th. It's of course the newest book in the Court of series by Sarah J. Maas. Does it have a different name? And will be the 4th book in the series, following apparently Nesta and Cassian, hopefully in them falling in love, because I think they do make a great pair, and even though I have a video on my channel that compares it to the Dark Jewels series, with the Dark Jewels series coming in very much on top, I still really enjoy this kind of new adult look on it. I'm kind of curious to see where this series goes. So in my research for the new books coming out this year, the first one that caught my attention is Witches Steeped in Gold by Cianan Smart. Comes out on April 20th. This is a Jamaican-inspired magic system where there are 2 witches that are basically very, very antagonistic to each other, enemies, and they have to work together to overcome a common enemy. And I am looking forward to this because I haven't read a lot of Jamaican-inspired books, if any, that I know of. So that's going to be a fun new way to look at magic systems, and particularly witchcraft. And also I just love witches, so I'm looking forward to it. The next one on the list is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, and this is another book by the same author who wrote Red, White, and Royal Blue, which was one of my favorite reads of 2019. This book comes out on June 1st. This is supposed to be like a sapphic kind of romance where August meets a girl on her subway in New York and finds out that this girl has been displaced from the 1970s and has to try to figure out how to get it back. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this kind of contemporary with a sort of magic twist that might not have a happy ending due to the time difference. And trying to get the girl who's been displaced from her own time back to it might not mean a lasting relationship, but I'm really curious to see how it gets handled. So the next one that I am looking forward to is Bad Witch Burning by Jessica Lewis. This book comes out on August 24th, and this book is another witches one, a big part of why it's on my list. But it's also involving necromantic magic, which is probably one of my favorite magic systems to read about. I love seeing how it plays out in all of the different stories that make it a little bit different. For this one, Cantrell makes her money by speaking to ghosts. She talks to the dead for people, and they pay her to talk to them and pass on their messages. One day, she accidentally raises one of those ghosts from the dead. She's warned that this is not a good plan and that she really should not do this, but she makes a whole lot more money raising people from the dead than she does just talking to them. So she has to decide if it's worth the money to keep doing this. Is one of my favorite tropes to read about in a book. Is that a trope? I don't know, but it is still one. And then the last book that I want to talk about is Game Changer by Neal Shusterman. This is, of course, a new novel by the same person who wrote the Scythe trilogy, as well as the Unwind trilogy, which I have not read. And in this book, a football player gets knocked unconscious, and while he's unconscious, he travels through a few different dimensions and lives life differently than he has up to this point, and he learns some things from it. And this one didn't jump automatically onto my list, but I really did enjoy the Scythe trilogy, so let's see how this one goes. Game Changer will be coming out on February 9th. So yeah, that is it. These are the 7 books that I am most looking forward to during the new year. I'm not good at researching new books. I kind of pick them up as they catch my interest, and I don't typically, oh, that's the right word, plan ahead for them. So we're going to see how these ones go. If there is a book that you are very much looking forward to coming out during the year of 2021, please drop it down below and I will check it out. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. I post videos every Wednesday. Have a wicked day.